Give it to Mixon. Goes in for the touchdown. 2nd and 12. Rodgers under pressure. Throws one-handed. Caught. Wilson, touchdown.
Grab, pretty tight coverage. A risky effort by Petrie.
4-man rush. Rodgers to the end zone. And Wilson. Can he one-handed and stay in bounds?
The only chance would be the knee if it came down. He has the ball. What a catch.
Extra pressure. Going deep. Has his man. Has Adams. Touchdown.
Cousins climbing the pattern again. Up top for his red zone machine. Touchdown, Drake London.
Got to imagine someone at the top of the screen is going to come. It's 4 over 3.
That's exactly what's happening. Cousins throws to the vacated spot, and Darnell Mooney can walk home for a touchdown. Prescott looking to throw. Pumps off the back foot. Stays on his feet. Now on the move. Floats it to the end zone. Caught!
Just Dak's ability to buy time. 5-man rush. Grady Jarrett wins. I mean, pretty much the entire defensive line of the Falcons wins, and Dak just keeps it alive. Throws a knuckleball that Dowdle can't quite catch initially. They want to keep this thing to a one-possession game as long as they can.
Cousins, time, looks, wide open man, touchdown Ray McLeod.
You can see this Dallas Cowboys front starting to wear down.
Algier pushing, getting a push, getting the touchdown. Atlanta shows and brings pressure. Rush, back of the end zone, it is a touchdown for Jalen Tolbert.
And I think now they're going to go for 2. They're going to try to ace the 14 play. We'll get to that here in a second. Nice job keeping his feet in by Jalen Tolbert.
You're going to run it up the middle. Bouncing off one player. And Henry takes it home for his 100th career rushing touchdown. That's Sutton you're drawing up there at the top. They got a reverse play. Sutton with a throwback pass. Caught at the goal line for the touchdown.
Situation. We saw the double pass last week. That was big in Carolina. He has another sprinkle this week. And what a catch. He almost boxed out right there.
Steps up from the heat. Slides, throws, completes.
With great Surtain on the other side.
1st and 10, down the middle, look wide open. It's Flowers again, and he breaks the tackle, and he's off to the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. It's Henry, outside, it's Henry for the touchdown again.
You wait for the trickery.
Here's the wide open target. Ricard with the touchdown catch.
HM the back, he gets the call. He'll go inside with his speed. He'll outrace him for 6. 4th and goal. Shakir on the move. Allen to the air. Touchdown. Mac Hollins. And he beat Kendall Fuller. And Buffalo has recaptured the lead. Allen out of the backfield. Davis, room to roam. Oh, he got by Fuller. He broke a tackle in there by Fuller, and he's off to the races. HM the back. Alec Ingold in motion. HM, hold, touchdown! And Davis the back.
Yep, an extra offensive lineman as well.
Anderson. Allen. Chased, hit, the call, touchdown! Morris!
He wanted to get to the outside. Watch, he's going to be looking to the corner. He wants to get to the outside to Knox. He steps up in the pocket, and he just flips that ball.
Tagovailoa, 23 of 26. Armstead the block. The time. He looks, throws, caught, touchdown. Waddle.
Trips to the top. Young to the middle. Pass is caught. Leggett. Time for the dollar bill.
Taysom Hill back in at quarterback.
Again, Carr's at the bottom of your screen. Hill will keep it himself. Hill to his left. Hill to the end zone. And he's in. Touchdown, Saints. They go again to Hubbard, and Hubbard dives toward the goal line. And he's in. Touchdown, Panthers. It'll be 3rd down and 7. Play clock down under 5. Carr out of the gun. Carr going toward the end zone. Leaping grab. It is caught. Touchdown, Saints.
This is what Derek Carr does so well. Those touch passes in the perfect spot. Right foot's down, knee down. Does he complete it? He holds that ball nice and strong. That's an excellent job by Foster Moreau. Going.
We'll go to Hubbard. And Hubbard slides through the defense, breaks through the 5, toward the end zone, slides in safely. So 2nd down and goal. That's Bowers in motion. The hand to White, and no doubt about that one, that's a Raiders touchdown. Kanai Mauga, the linebacker, in at the fullback spot, and White with his first rushing touchdown of the year.
Especially when you have somebody like Jamar Chase.
Here's Burrow, flushed, on the roll, looking to the end zone. He finds Chase Brown for the touchdown. In the 2nd quarter, Burrow steps up, throws over the middle, to the 3, to the 2, the dive to the goal line, Andre Yosivach.
Did we see that one get scratched off the chart?
3rd goal. Burrow on the roll, directing traffic, throws back across his body, and he finds Drew Sample for 6. Pressure from Crosby as if on cue. Burrow gets away, throws to the end zone, and a diving catch at the back of the end zone for Mike Gesicki. 1st and 10, and it's intercepted. Jack Jones with the pick 6 for Las Vegas. 3rd and 6. Burrow wide open. Gesicki running free, loping to the end zone for the cherry on top for Cincinnati.
The Mahomes and the Bradys and the Rodgers when you talk about interception percentage. So it was very strange to him trying to work through that process too.
Ritter on the roll, throws for the end zone, and a touchdown grab by Brock Bowers.
Jim Schwartz pleased. Herbert near side, wide open. It's Palmer.
And taken to wearing the headset helmet.
You know, Diabate, the 2nd-year player stepping into some big shoes. Herbert wide open is Johnston, and he is in. Touchdown.
That is together, but needs to communicate better.
You know, a lot of people, Aditi, were stunned that Ward strapped it on and played. Here's Dobbins. He's got a seam, and he bangs it in for the Chargers. As we get into the 2nd half of the season, Herbert, Dobbins bounces to the edge, and it's Dobbins in. Touchdown. According to what Aditi has told us on Mac. So you hope that he is okay. That pass from Winston
that we've seen the Browns throw. They have been adamant about this.
Boy,
I think that's a touchdown. Holy smokes.
See, not allowing him to get in goal line.
Daniels, quick pass, caught in the end zone. It's Terry McLaurin for a Commanders touchdown. On 1st and goal, Jones to throw, floats one open to the back of the end zone, and hauling it in is Chris Manhertz for a Giant touchdown at home.
He doesn't even show blocking at all. It's the action of the run game that got. Oh, what a catch. Okay. But he ain't small, let me tell you that.
And they are keeping him from getting in the end zone. Eckler to the goal line. Touchdown for Washington. Terry
Get
McLaurin.
A little extra protection here on the sides with the chips.
McLaurin, top of your screen. Looking that way, the throw. And Terry McLaurin has his 2nd touchdown catch of the day with a head shaker.
If your eyes on the quarterback, you're in cover 4. That's your...
Daniel Jones over 100 yards passing now, trying to get his 2nd touchdown of the game, and he is going to make it into the end zone. Daniel Jones.
On your TV, listen to this hit.
Neighbors, Robinson, Jones, down the middle of the field, and open.
Boom,
Theo Johnson into the end zone for a touchdown.
Where are you?
Yeah, down there on the field. He's huge.
It's a throw. Rudolph makes the connection. Nick Vannett into the end zone. A touchdown. What an opening drive for Tennessee.
We're going to just run it 3 straight times. What do we get?
1 yard is all they need. That is Stevenson. Mason Rudolph. Enough time to scan and throw. End zone touchdown. Drake May for the game. Padding the ball. May scanning. Loads of time. He'll roll. He'll run. A sidestep. He's ready to throw. Nobody's open. Into the end zone. Touchdown. Oh my goodness. Stevenson. And May with an absolute jewel of an effort.
Drake May, this time they let him run around back there. Only 3 guys rushing the passer. Look at him continue to increase space. Then they bring the pressure late. And guess what? He finds Stevenson.
Extra offensive lineman Heck. 1st and goal. They get the tight end. McBride looking for the angle. Touchdown, Cardinals. On a give. Benson takes it for the touchdown. Hey, when you're in the pocket, you're there to throw. You only run when you have to. It's DeMercado breaking away. DeMercado goes the distance.
No gain on the play for Van Sumeren, so 2nd down and 10. Hurts with time, now looking end zone for Barkley. Got it! 3rd down and 17. They'll run it with Barkley. Barkley at the 10, 5, touchdown! Guys a little bit out of place, a penalty here or there. They just can't get in sync defensively. Hurts keeps it himself, has some room. Hurts at the 10, 5, touchdown! Jalen Hurts with the score. A late flag comes in. Bixby, the running back. Lawrence trying to do it himself, and he gets in for the Jacksonville touchdown. Barkley on 1st down. And he lost the football late. Scooped up by Trayvon Walker. Walker still going. Trayvon Walker at the 20. Walker at the 10. 5, touchdown! Unbelievable!
Nick Sirianni is not a conservative coach, and they didn't like that one.
3rd and 22. Hurts looking end zone for Smith and makes the adjustment. Did he get the feet in? Touchdown! What a catch! Play clock at 1. Lawrence not aware. Just gets the snap off in time. On 2nd down, he'll run it up the middle and in for the touchdown.
They are. Goff looking for him. Throwing for him. It is caught and he's in.
Motions across. He knows he's got one-on-one on Nixon. He goes out. No, he goes in. No, and he fakes and he goes back. Nixon never gets a chance to get his head around. You want to be there right on the ball. 1 timeout. Got to get something down the field.
Love, it's picked up. Now rolling out for the first time, and he throws an interception. It's picked off all the way down and scoring for the Lions. Here is Gibbs. 1st down and more. Gibbs in for the touchdown.
Definitely some space there in the line of scrimmage.
They will run it. Manuel Wilson is in. Touchdown, Green Bay.
A lot of room over here on the right side of the line. You got Wilson just taking the handoff, and only guy he's got to deal with over there is Joseph, and he runs right through him.
1 minute on the clock. 2nd quarter. Got him again. Flag thrown. Catch is made and taken in for a touchdown by Tyler Lockett. Empty backfield for the Seahawks. 2nd and 10. Smith steps up. And now he throws. End zone. Touchdown. 2nd and goal. Stafford. End zone. Touchdown. 1st and goal from the 6. Smith can't find anyone. Backpedaling.
Wow.
Throws picked off. Intercepted in the end zone and brought back out. Geno Smith picked off by Kitchens. Cameron Kitchens takes it all the way back. Now there is a flag around the 40-yard line. Kitchens, the rookie out of your alma mater, returns at 103 yards. From the 14 on 1st down. Smith to the end zone. Smith and Jigba. Touchdown. 2nd down and 6. Fake to Williams. Stafford fires downfield. It is caught for a touchdown by Robinson. The Rams win it.
Play action. Darnold thrown down. Ball out as well. As Grover Stewart took him down. There's a flag down as Kenny Moore is taking it in for a touchdown. So we got a lot to sort. The flag, was it a fumble? Was the ball live as they let it play out? It was Stewart, who's terrific inside, who caused all the fuss.
There's no foul on the play. Kneeling on the field is touchdown.
All right. 1st and goal for the Vikings. Darnold throws on the run to Anderson. Did he bring it in? Yes! Great catch.
This is really something. First of all, the throw under pressure to get it out there and now extend. Was that one-handed? It looked like he basically caught it with one hand. Let's see. There's Addison going to fake the block right there. Let's see what it.
3rd and goal. Darnold throws to the goal line. Touchdown, Jalen Naylor. 2nd and 11. And he'll do a little play action here. Looking for the tight end. Oliver! Touchdown! So they...
A wide receiver in the game for the Bucs. Here's White, left side, stutter step, gets a block and a touchdown. Protection, back of the end zone, Hopkins. Got him there and got him in. Mayfield, end zone, Otten, touchdown, Tampa Bay. Third down and goal. Mahomes out to his right. Flips, touchdown, P-Ryan. Hopkins at the bottom. His way, touchdown, Kansas City. Fake the handoff, wide open, touchdown, Ryan Miller. Caliendo comes in, he's eligible. Here is Hunt for the touchdown. Kansas City remains unbeaten.